What's poppin' slimes? Welcome back to another episode of Tanner Reads Shitty Stories About Not Scary Shit. Today I'm with TJ. We're gonna read some amazing Mario creepypastas that are for sure to send tingles down my asshole. And
Tingles down your asshole.
yes,
That's
yes.
a new one.
This one is an absolute classic. Mario, it is called. You gotta emphasize the caps. It's sublime, supreme, even. And we're gonna read some shitty horror stories that have to do with our favorite red plumber. So, yeah. So you can read whatever parts you want. I can read whatever parts I want. We could switch around and whatnot. So that's, yeah. Alright, let's do this shit. Mario. I was asked to clean out my father's house after he had passed away. He was a huge, in all caps, gaming nerd. He even camped out for the release of the NES. What? When he was about my age, 19, he had them all. Atari 2, fucking Christ, I can't read. Atari 2600, Atari Flashback, Magnavox Odyssey 2000, 5000, NES, SNES, N64, NGC, call it a GameCube, you nerd. Wii, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, DS, DS Lite, DSi, 3DS, Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStations 1 through 3, PSP,
You're a
and a
PlayStation 1
PS
through
Vita.
3.
I am tired of reading these game consoles. He might have even had a Wii U, no space between Wii and U. That's,
Seriously?
yeah. If he was alive enough, if he was alive long enough for the release. I was in my father's house, alone, cleaning out the basement. I grabbed one of the last cardboard boxes down there and I noticed how light it was. Wondering why it was so light, I peeked inside to find that one old NES game cartridge. It did not have a game label on it. It only had Mario, crudely written by my father with a permanent
Mario?
marker. I became curious. Why was this game Why was this game all by itself in a box? Why was the label torn off? Why was it written on? And why was Mario spelled so crudely? First of all, spelled fucking
Spelled wrong?
spelled so crudely. First of all,
That was so
there's no
crude.
spelling changes. It's just capitalization changes. So I would say written so crudely. That's my criticism. Since my father handed me down all of his games and consoles, which included his NES, I decided to take it home and figure out for myself. I got home and set up the NES. I immediately popped the game and started it up.
Help the game.
I popped the game.
You
Amazing,
popped it.
amazing writing. Things already seemed a little off. The game had no startup screen. It simply placed me at the start of the first level of what appeared to be the classic game that we all know and love, Super Mario Bros. Oh, the dialogue is in italics. Well, the game is old, I thought to myself. Maybe it is just a little glitchy, and that is why I skipped the startup screen. Dad did, but so did should be in italics. The rest of this should be in quotes, you goober. Dad did buy it at its midnight release after all, dot 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 dot. So I continued. As I expected, the game was rather glitchy. Sometimes when grabbing a fire flower it would make Mario small, and stars only worked 75% of the time. As well, Toad never said the message he had for you at the end of every castle. You know. Now this is in quotes. Fucking Christ. Thank you, Mario! But our princess is in another castle! He never said anything. That was until World Seven's castle. Only one step closer to becoming one of us. This message made me chuckle a little. Why? I assumed my father I assumed my father had hacked the game for laughs. And that was why it was so glitchy before. Things got dot 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 weird after that. In level 8 Wait, no, this is correct. Maybe, I don't know. In level 8-1, the sky was dark red and the music was a little slower than usual. The whole level was nothing but 5 minutes of walking. No enemies or obstacles, just the ground. Amazing game. Reaching the end of the level, I grabbed the flag. The ending fanfare did not play, and the fireworks sounded more like gunshots than 8-bit explosions. What did you think of the firework gunshots?
Amazing. I love shooting guns.
Yeehaw. Yeah. Level 8-2 was even stranger. The sky was an even darker red, and the music played even slower. It was also much more boring without Matt here. Matt, please join and save me from this misery. This time there were enemies.
Hi, my name is Matt. Is it that funny?
It is that funny. I was approached by a Koopa Troopa, and for points, I jumped on him. The delightful little noise that plays when you jump on an enemy did not play this time.
I'm surprised you didn't spell it as Cooper Trooper.
Stomping on Koopas. Instead, there was a squish accompanied with the crackling of bones and a slight groan. That was weird.
This was bones and a slight groan.
It did not seem like something my father would do. In fact, he in no way condoned anything scary in my house as I was growing up. He never allowed my older sister or myself to play any scary games or watch any scary movies. We did at our friends' houses, of course. But that is besides the point. I moved on and ran into a Goomba. To make sure the earlier sound was not a glitch, I jumped on it. The same sound played. And I was becoming ... unsettled, to say the least. When I reached the end of the level, the same thing happened as it had at the end of the previous level. I noticed something even more weird. The spot on the screen that showed what level you are on, it did not... Alright, I don't need to say any more about that. Did not display World 8-3. Instead, it showed World, followed by the symbol of the flag at the end of every level that looked like a skull. I know it is not actually a skull, but it looks like one. Thank you. Thank you, writer, for teaching me this vital information. The third level of World Skull was even stranger. The sky was a dark red, much darker than before, and the music did not even play. The enemies that I came to were already dead. That's very concerning. That is very concerning, author. Very concerning the way that is written. Their bodies appeared twisted and mangled like someone had beaten them to death. This game is 8-bit. I reached the end. There was no flag or anything like that. Just a castle. It had "Welcome, Mario" painted on the front of it, which I assumed to be blood. Reluctantly, I entered. The blank screen that shows your status between levels showed that
Mario.
That I had X0 lives, and that I was in World D-ED. World dead, everybody. Amazing. Terrifying, even. 5 stars. I was pale and trembling with fear. Just what was this game? The castle was like the first level of World...
This game is embarrassing, that's what it is.
Yeah. The castle was just like the first level of World Skull. There were no obstacles, enemies, or slow music. I walked straight for what seemed like at least 15 minutes. My time reached 0, but the level kept going. I felt like Mario was not alone, with someone... someone was watching his every move. My only questions were, what was Mario's mission in this sadistic, twisted game? What did he want to accomplish and why? I had to finish the game to know. Finally, I came to the end of the... I came to the end of the level. There he stood. Jack
What's
Black.
Jablin's Jable?
His eyes were missing and his belly appeared fleshless. I prepared to fight him, but he quickly grabbed Mario. He began to laugh evilly. Realistically, sounds that cannot be made on an 8-bit console. Or on an 8-bit console. I thought it would say in an 8-bit game, but no. It became clear to me. Period. Lowercase. This was not a hack. Bowser bit Mario's head off. Mario's body shivered and struggled as Bowser dragged him behind the battle scene. You know, where Princess Peach was supposed to be. I was expecting to see just Princess Peach. Dash. Oh, who am I kidding? I was not expecting anything that would save me from this nightmare. I saw a Toad, Luigi, and Peach. However, both Luigi and Peach had Toad heads on their bodies instead of their own. Ah! Bowser grabbed the Toad's head and stuck it on Mario. He placed him next to the others. Bowser then proceeded to rip his own head off and began to pull out his intestines. Needless gore for the sake of needless gore. Creepypastas, will you ever stop with this fucking stupid trope? It sucks. Text appeared. That is an entire paragraph, by the way. The 2 words, text appeared, is an entire paragraph. Yes, a lot of these are just 1-sentence paragraphs. Press B for a harder quest, and even you can become one of us! I threw my controller at the screen, classic TJ move, so hard that the screen actually broke. I ejected the cartridge and threw it at the wall. It fell into pieces, and I noticed that there was a note inside. I picked it up and read, "Dear son,
Sonic?
Dear son, you're next, Dad." So imagine, right, his dying words are, "Dear son, you're next, Dad." It is so fucking stupid. I threw both the game and the letter in the fire that I started in my fireplace. I will never be able to get that satanic picture of my beloved characters like that out of my head. To this day, I cannot play Super Mario Bros. ... And the other morning, I woke up to see Mario carved into my arm. Holy shit! To take my mind off these things, I began looking through all the other NES games. On top of the stack was Super Mario Bros. 2. However, the label was different. It's spelled Super Mario Bros. 2.
Mario!
The picture of Mario delightfully carrying the turnip was instead a picture of Mario with an angry toad head carrying Birdo's decapitated head instead of a turnip. Holy shit, this is scary as hell. After that, I just decided to never play any Mario game. Capital game? Yes, baby! Random capitalization, let's go! Ever again. Whatever was on this game could only be worse. Thank you for reading. I wanted somebody to know about this before ... something happened to me. And that's it. By fucking Supreme Kai 4, uploaded on December 13th, 2012. And there's a sequel called Mario 2. What'd you think of that amazing tale of...
That was great.
Of horror and terror?
I would not listen to again.
Me neither. I would not read it again. Alright, what do you want to do next?
It's only good on a first read-through.
Yeah.
After that, it gets stale.
After that, it gets stale, unfortunately. And it wasn't as fun as Mario Kart Black, because Mario Kart Black had constant spelling errors, random capitalization, grammar errors. This was written like if it was written by ChatGPT. Just really bland and really boring. SML movie Mario's...
What?
There's Super Mario Logan creepypastas, guys! Dude, I want Mario's cock.
Mario's black.
I want Mario's cock. Dr. Mario, don't.
Mario, don't.
That.
Dr. Mario?
Death by a friend's hand is unforgivable.
Don't.
That title goes hard, but the fact that it's in the Mario tags is really funny.
Death by a friend's hand is unforgivable.
Cliche.exe.
Don't look up the 1995 build of Mario 64. Mario's Italian.
What's that? Wait. Mario's pubes! I really like Super Mario Spooky
Super
for
Mario
it.
Odyssey. Mario Maker VR.
Bowser from the castle.
Mario Kart Double Death.
Where's that? Where's Mario Kart Double Death? We need. Let's see how long this bad boy is. It's very short. This is great.
I'll read it. I'll read it. I had always like the. I had. I was on eBay and I
Of
saw
course.
someone selling a GameCube with a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash. It was really cheap, only at $29.99.
How
I
convenient.
immediately bought it and I immediately bought and said it would come in about 3 days. 3 days had passed quickly and I heard a knock on the door. I got up to see
Two.
to see who it was, and when I opened the door there was a box. It was here. It was finally here. It was 3 days. I picked up it up went inside and quickly ran up to my room to hook the GameCube and play Double Dash. I turned on the TV and booted up the game. When I heard the familiar GameCube jingle, nostalgia rushed through my mind. I remembered all of the times I played with friends, but then strange things started happening. The Nintendo logo came on and Mario screamed to Nintendo. Woo.
Woohoo.
That's the strange thing. Like usual, however, his voice was slowed down and sound demonic. The
Oh.
screen flickered black and white and skipped the cinematic opening. The title looked different. Instead of showing all the characters racing, it showed Mario and Luigi in a dismantled red fire cart with cuts on their bodies and oozing blood in the background.
No.
Mario Kart Double Dash logo looked rusted and had blood dripping from it. I wondered what was going on, but decided to ignore it and move ahead.
I just found something great next paragraph. You're gonna love this.
I chose Mario and Luigi as my characters and the red fire cart. The only cup that was available was the Hell Cup.
Fucking Russian for
was
hell.
Russian for hell. The cup only consisted of 2 courses, Baby Park and Rainbow Road. I was feeling really uneasy at this point, but I continued anyways. What could a game possibly do to me?
Oh my
I
god.
started the race on Baby Park and there were only 2 teams. Mario and Luigi and Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, who were standing coldly at Mario and Luigi.
Staring coldly. With those little
This
tiny.
was starting to get really creepy. As soon as the race started, the Baby Mario brothers kept bumping into Mario and Luigi, and eventually Luigi fell out of his cart.
No!
That never happened in the game. It does happen in the game.
Well, he falls out of his cart, but doesn't he like hang on and then get back in?
After a little bit, yeah. After that, Baby Luigi got a green gel. He threw it directly at Luigi's skull.
What the fuck?
The
No,
screen cut to
Luigi!
black as I heard Luigi scream in pain. After the screen cut back and the Baby Mario bros were seen passing the finish line, and the screen displayed first Baby Mario and Baby Luigi 666 Mario and Luigi, and the next race started on Rainbow Road. I noticed that Mario and Luigi's models looked different. They looked beaten up with blood coming out of their eyes and nose.
No.
This time I was racing against Mario and Waluigi. They looked at me and I noticed their eyes were different. Their eyes were bloodshot and had really tiny pupils.
What the hell did they
What the
smoke?
hell was going on? When the
No.
race started, there was something off about Rainbow Road. The sky was blood red instead of the starry dark blue, and there wasn't a city underneath. Instead, it looked like hell.
Ah!
It looked like hell. Just like before, Mario and Luigi kept bumping into me. Eventually, they got a red shell and hit me with and bumped me off the course. They started laughing as Mario and Luigi fell into the pits of hell. There was a high-pitched scream coming from the speakers, and it scared me so much. After that, the game turned off and smoke started coming out of the GameCube. I opened the disc tray and saw that the disc had melted.
No!
I touched it and quickly put it.
Why would you touch a fucking melting disc, you
It
goober?
was scorching hot. I put on the oven mitts, put the GameCube in a plastic bag, and threw it in the trash can. I went onto my computer and went back to the user's page who was selling the game, but saw their account was deleted.
I gave them 1 star.
few weeks had passed, and I'd forgotten about the whole experience until tonight.
Experience game.
Early morning, about
Experience
3
game.
a.m. I woke up. I woke up to the sound of a car parking in my driveway. I got up, looked outside my window, and I saw them, Mario and Luigi.
Oh my god!
So cool. It must not stop me understand. I'm a weird attack of
Don't spoil anything, because this one you claim is good.
Max, bro.
The Velmac has a Mega Man like boss fight at the end.
Matt will just provide some criticism, I guess, in the background, and he'll be typing away, of course.
Oh yeah, my noise suppressor
On
is
that
on.
sexy keyboard. No, keep it off.
I hate you. I hate you.
I hate you!
April
In all
12
caps.
Hey guys, we here. Today we're gonna read the best story of all time. I hate you.
I hate you too, Leafy.
Anyway, what's it going, guys? This isn't one of those haunted game stories.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
I'll tell you this much: it's not Sonic EXE level bad. It's decent.
At no point at no point are you going to hear me claim something within. I'm expecting something to be spelt wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like I'm skimming through this. This is very similar writing to Sonic EXE.
At no point are you going to hear me claim something within the game. Within the game spoke to me, reacted to my words, or forced me to punch myself repeatedly in the face. No, this isn't about a haunted game or a game doing something impossible, or even something it shouldn't have.
Oh yes, I love one-sentence paragraphs. They're my favorite.
No, game doing something it shouldn't have. It's not a game glitches exist.
Yeah. Oh no, spooky.
This isn't about a glitch. Okay. This isn't about a glitch or a hidden satanic message. And at no time did I phone the Nintendo headquarters, only to have my questions answered with hushed whispers or anguished screams.
Why is that so specific?
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Everything. It's good.
Right. This story is about a game feature I don't think anyone else has unlocked.
Oh,
That's it.
is this the feature where Mario grabs boobs?
Is it just a feature where Mario just wants to tell you something?
That's it. 2-word paragraph.
That's it. There we go.
Amazing.
There you go. The 2 fucking word paragraphs.
Amazing.
Anyway, no ghosts, no conspiracies. Just a secret we are all supposed to find but never did.
Oh, there's a screenshot down there.
Yeah. Don't scroll down.
Somebody read NES Godzilla.
This is about what I assume to be a previously undiscovered alternate ending of Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo.
No way.
In 1996, I received my first what?
Dude, in 1996.
We go from Super Mario World to this guy's first computer.
It would be a good transition if there weren't so many fucking paragraphs beforehand.
Yeah.
One sentence long.
But it had always been in school or at a friend's house. This one was mine. All mine. I explored the crude prehistoric web of
Historic.
I downloaded all sorts of pornography.
I have a strategy, TJ. I think this one has a lot of screenshots in it, which means if it has screenshots in it, we can take turns reading in between screenshots, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I'll read after the screenshot, and then you'll read when the next one comes up.
He purchased out porn and it didn't make sense. I also pirated media like a madman, music, games, anything. This was all. So it is a haunted copy. This guy lied.
No way, he pirated it. It came fucked up. It was evil.
This was where I first discovered Mario World.
Mario World. I love Mario World. Wait, so he didn't discover it when the SNES was a big thing, which was in the 90s?
I never had a Super Nintendo as a little kid, so it was all new to me. I downloaded tons of games.
Pornography.
Mario World was my favorite.
I love Mario
Over a
World.
decade, the same Mario World ROM was my time-wasting hobby.
Holy shit! Touch grass over a decade?
God damn.
God.
I played it over and over again, beating the game faster and faster until I began to lazily explore the worlds with no particular purpose.
He would get bored over time,
Oh,
right?
dude,
2006 was when the Wii came out. There were new Mario games by then.
I'm reading this like a kindergartner right now.
I mean, I was gonna say it's written by a kindergartner. It's not like poorly spelled or anything. They auto-corrected it.
Game Genie codes helped immensely. I could turn off the timer and that screenshot.
Sorry about the spoiler.
I'm gonna start reading the dashes.
Yes, please do.
As I waited for a download or any number of boring okay. It was in this manner that I must have beaten and beaten the game thousands of times. There was comfort in the obsessive dash compulsive.
No, that one's a normal dash. That dash is supposed to be there.
I know, but I can't. But all of that was shattered when I saw the blind boo.
Oh, not the blind,
The blind
boo.
boo, as I referred to it, was hovering over the exit from the haunted sunken ship.
Where?
Level later on in the game.
I don't see a blind boo.
I call it blind because it actually had no visible eyes. It was like someone had made a lazy ROM hack. Dumb fuck, you had this ROM for 10 years.
Dude, I see a little glimpse of the blind boo.
Yeah, me too. But I knew from years upon years of experience that this was a normal game. The blind boo just hung over there. Oh shit. The blind boo just hung there over the exit pipe, blocking it. I turned my back on it, but it didn't chase me. How could it? It didn't even see me. Then I noticed something else out of the sorts.
Oh my god, there it is. The evil sperm cell itself.
The blind boo just hung there over.
Okay, this is me.
Yeah.
There was the key and keyhole capitals, maybe? I don't know, dude. They're objects in the game, so I don't care. We're not going to have a capital count. Keys and keyholes, as such, are ways of ending a level in an alternate manner and discovering a secret area. Still, this didn't belong there, and I knew it. What do you fucking mean? There are keys in Mario games, you dingus. I'd considered the fact I'd actually broken a ROM file from overdash use.
How do you overuse a ROM file?
Wait, is that correct?
What?
Isn't overuse a word already without the dash?
How do you overuse a ROM file to break it?
Oh well, you break your ROM first. You break the computer. Oh yeah. What's funny is apparently since he's been playing the same ROM file for over 10 years, which means that he's had the same 1996 computer brick for over 10 years.
I can imagine him playing Half-Life 2 on his broken-ass computer.
He couldn't run it. After taking a screenshot specifically to show all of you Mario Brothers fans out there.
What?
All you paisanos out there, I picked up the key and opened the door, figuring the game would seize up and I'd have to restart. Yeah, the game seizes. Instead, it opened up a new path. Instead, it opened up a new path on the map selection screen.
What? What the flip? A whirlpool next to Bowser's already creepy cave thing.
Descriptive.
I pressed the right arrow and moved onto the whirling drain.
Oh God, no! This didn't really strike me as odd. Because if you're familiar with the Mario World game, I'm sorry, my head is blocking this shit. There's an area called Star Road that you may note has similar names. Just stuff like tubular and awesome. Just like oh god no. And all manner of dumb words and phrases. Most of the areas were called Vanilla Forest 1 and Donut Mountain 3. And all that. But there were maps with odd names like that. What did concern me though was Mario's expression. Surprise? Shock? Fear? Can we zoom into this? Analyze this picture?
That's actually like pretty well made. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
I can do it in Photoshop in like 5 minutes, but it's fine.
Whatever, let's stop making fun of it. We gotta get back.
Yeah, we gotta get back to the beautiful fairy tale that is this story.
Oddly enough, the whirlpool in the middle of the lake began with the standard castle entry animation. Mario walked up to a castle door, looked up, then went in. I could tell it was underwater though.
Under space water. Amazing
Be-
writing.
Oh god, because of the bubbles that periodically emerged from the sprite's mouth and floated to the top of the screen. Inside the castle, I started to look more and more like I was in fact experiencing a glitch. Okay.
Remember in the beginning where they mentioned that it wasn't a glitch?
Yeah,
There was no room to fuck.
it's a dump.
No room to jump. No room to do anything but run left and right. I must have gone right for 10 to 20 minutes
Damn.
just holding the B button and running along at full speed. You know how this guy has been playing Mario World, this specific one, for over 10 years?
It has never happened.
He should know by now that B isn't the run button in Mario World.
Jump button.
It's the jump button.
That's
In
like
every
jump
Mario,
button.
it's the jump.
That's like
After a
jump
while,
button.
that's how you know it's fake. After a while, I ran into 1 or 2 blind boos in the darkness above, then 3 or 4. Then the screen was full of them. Oh! Holy
They
shit.
just kind of hung there, doing nothing. They wouldn't chase me if I turned my
The term
back.
is floated.
They wouldn't chase me if I turned my back, as with the previous blind boo. If I made any noise, like Mario's jump sound, they would just kind of shudder a bit, like they heard the sound of Mario's movements, but couldn't do anything about it. Then something made me stop. Oh my god, I see this.
Dude, he's on a mission, that bull.
He's on a mission, dude. He's not sure what's wrong. Oh my god.
Now I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that this map was designed specifically to screw with the player. Not because the giant bleeding bill was hemorrhaging profusely from its face, but because it was inescapable. There was literally no way to avoid being killed by it, as you can clearly see above.
Run left. Just run left.
That's what he's doing in the image. Yeah,
Run
sure.
left. He's got a
That is,
skill.
unless you're like me and are super smart and have a giant penis.
Giant,
And you have the Game Genie cheats on hand. I switched on the code for permanent invincibility in 2 seconds before Mario died to the bleeding bill.
I let the bleeding bill chase me for a while when I was invincible, just to get a good look at the thing. I stopped and killed it with my invulnerable touch. Only when I
Got it.
saw a message that hadn't been there when I passed before. I hate you.
Oh,
This kind of creeped me out. But on the other hand, it was kind of interesting because it meant this was definitely a map that was supposed to exist.
yeah, that makes sense.
There was some sort of plot element in here, something undiscovered.
I hate you.
What did it
Crudely
mean?
drawn in MS Paint. Yeah.
King Koopa seemed the odd Koopa. Okay,
King Koopa!
or maybe just a ghost. When you're in a haunted castle that you found by way of a haunted shape, a bloody-looking hate message isn't so unbelievable. I
Yeah,
saw
well, it's pretty
internet that I
unbelievable
approved
in a
of
children's
giant
game.
boos.
I was thankful that the blind boos ended at this point. Yeah, there were boos that actually could see now and are 5 times the size. Whoop-de-doo, I'm safe. I was thankful that the blind boos ended at this point because the more I watched them shudder, the uneasier I felt. Uneasier. I felt almost empathetic towards them. etc.
Yeah.
The thankfulness ended when I turned my back on the giant boos and this happened.
He's
Oh,
invincible.
their
That's why.
their mouths kind of look like vaginas.
They always looked mad at being awakened, angry that you were invading their haunted houses across the Mario World Island. It has a name. It has a name. This was different.
Yeah, it's Yoshi's Island, correct? Right?
Demented. I
No.
could see right down their throats, which seemed odd given the lack of detail their mouths usually displayed.
What was
And
weird
yes,
is
of course, I'm going to address the message you saw in the picture. Why won't you die? No! I don't know why. Am I supposed to? Who's asking?
Clearly, Bowser.
I like the giant moves touch me, and they died like the bleeding bills of what I had encountered too. Despite any attempt to scare the player, I I knew that being invincible meant invincible! Invincible! No matter what they threw at
I
me.
love the random capitalization. It's
Yeah.
so good.
After a while of running down this strange claustrophobic corridor with no more eventful happenings, I came to a room with an exit pipe. Taking the pipe downward, I came out the other end and dropped into a room filled with water. The water made sense, this being a sunken castle beneath a whirlpool and all. The first creatures I encountered in the underwater portion of the castle were Thrombs.
Wait, wasn't it all underwater? Remember the bubbles
Unless you've been
flying from his
living under
mouth?
a
Okay.
rock since the mid-'80s, you know Thwoms are stone-like square creatures that hang from the ceiling and fall whenever you come near. They try to crush you, essentially. Well,
Yes, they
these
hang from the ceiling with their hands. They grab onto the ceiling and hang from there with their arms and hands because Thwomps have that.
Well, these Thwomps lined up in a tight row, dropped repeatedly and randomly with no real trigger or any sense of logic. They would just, oh my god, that's so bad.
The blood is so fucking bad.
They would just wait or drop whenever they seemed to feel like it. It also looks like these Thwomps had been very successful Thwomps. Oh my god.
It's so stupid.
Right.
Look at the fucking cartoon blood. It's self-aware, amazing. More cartoony blood. This was getting pretty unusual for the Mario Brothers franchise, which I hadn't recalled seeing blood in at all. Man, are you enjoying this amazing tale?
There's a line that I need to say a line that comes up ahead.
I've heard there
need
were
to say the
iconic
line.
lines in this story.
There
Now-
are so many iconic lines in the story, dude.
I've
I
heard-
need to say the iconic line. So I'm fine with not reading anything else. I just need to say
Dude,
that
I'm not
line.
reading
Alright,
anything
yeah,
anymore.
okay, man.
Dude, I
Now-
am losing brain cells reading
Dude,
it.
I love the JC the Hyena kind of, writing style that this story has. It's great.
They're using all this cool grammar stuff, and then they just screw it up.
Yeah,
like,
but they don't know what it means, so it's not important. Now I'd seen it used 3 times. The bloody bills, the messages, and and these perpetually smashing, grinding thwomps who were looking for their victims. Who? In pulp forever. No,
perpetually smashing.
in the hampering effects of the water, I walked slowly under these things, making sure that every single one touched me and died! There were almost 30 of them in a row, holy shit. The sight of them mindlessly crushing over and over again just made me hate them with unsettling intensity, even though I was invincible. What's weird is that the blood caused Mario to slide as if he were on an ice level. After walking through that gauntlet of depravity, I swam into a more open area that was filled with spikes on the floor and ceiling. I love that. I love Gauntlet of Depravity.
It's depravity.
Okay.
Depravity.
It was difficult to swim in this manner without touching the spikes. But since I was still invincible, I didn't think much of it. I avoided them more for fun than out of any sense I'd be damaged. It stopped being fun really fast, though. No way, dead Marios. And also, it's a really, really wide gap between spikes. I can swim through that really easily. Just go in a straight line. Now, I knew some of what was going on. The bloody mess the thwomps were unendingly splattering. It was other Marios. Past Marios that had tried to traverse this level and failed. I had to admit, this was an excellent shot. Oh, fuck off.
He's sucking his own dick.
Yes, he is! Yes, oh yes, the guy who put this in the game must have a giant cock. Whoever had designed the map actually broke the fourth wall and showed you the bloated, motionless abortions of the players.
speaking it like this as though he's not the player.
He doesn't know what abortion means. The body's only floated straight up and a tiny bit. Fuck. I'm not going to reread that. As if to show the effects of a light current. It was genius.
What?
Fuck off. The narcissism. Dude, JC had to write this. It's him. We know it's him.
And then one of those coyotes from Lion King came up to me and said, "I love you. You rule the Darklands now. I'm gonna suck your cock now."
I couldn't believe I might be the first and only person to ever see this. He published it to Creepypasta Wiki. I toyed with the idea of taking more than one screenshot I presented to you. Basically, so all of you reading this could enjoy the secret map as much as I had. And enjoy sucking my balls as much as I do. Sucking my own balls and testicles and scrotum.
I feel like Cartman wrote this one.
Cartman did write this with ChatGPT.
I love Hina so much, I want to suck him off AFQS recently. I would be at 45,000, 684, 156,000, 890, 74, 90, at your church I heard Will, 234th, 1/3 lecture, social authority, peer to point preach.
Oh my word. When does it end?
And you can have to subtitle that.
I can't understand any of it. Without swimming, without kicking or moving in any way, the dead Marios started to come at me like torpedoes. All of them in the same sprite. All of them look exactly the same. These two next to each other are overlapping. Their faces remained blank and blue and ... dead ... But they moved with such astounding speed. They angled and positioned and worked all sorts of unique trajectories that fucking left me almost to move, nowhere to move. Help.
He had to make sure that the person who made this creepypasta knew what they were doing, and he needed to make sure they thanked them for it.
I'm drinking water and my VTuber model's going fucking insane.
I want to see. I can't wait to see.
You know, the actual thing creepypasta is not as good as the VOM hack.
Yeah, this is kind of shit. They continued coming. Wait, where did I left off here. They continued coming at me and swarming and backing up.
What?
Comma here, learn to write, and backing up to try again and ... I just couldn't bring myself to let them touch me, even though I was invincible.
Don't look at it.
I just saw it. Oh my god.
Don't look at
I saw it. It felt like looking at Medusa, but I saw it. I moved with more speed. I'm gonna blur it for the viewers. I moved with more speed and skill than I'd ever exerted. Not only am I a great writer who deserves to have his penis sucked, but I'm also really good at gaming. Frantically trying to keep Mario free of the drowning victims that seemed dead set on rocketing straight toward into him. When I finally reached the purple exit pipe you see above, there had been 10 of those things right behind, pitching, turning, and chasing me. I entered the pipe as fast as I could, thankful that it worked properly, and had Mario out of the situation at a heartbeat. The corridor that followed was empty, thankfully. It was just a blue underwater hallway of sorts with nothing to avoid or kill. It was boring and predictable, just like the story. Like the game had been all these years, which brought back a sense of safety. At the end of the hallway, I came up to the standard pair of doors you'd enter to face a final boss. Beside the doorway, a mushroom. Is this the line you wanted to read, Matt?
No, it's not. My line. I'll give you a hint. My line is a piece of dialogue.
Can you do the honors, Matt?
I'll read it from here. Okay. I didn't touch that shit. Going through that door, as you'd expect, that typical change of map views occurred. And Mario was heading in the ubiquitous bridge over boiling lava. I'll just finish the rest of the story. This is close to the end.
Okay.
Well, had it been blood all along, when Mario walked to the bridge over, there was no boss creature. Instead, Mario immediately looked aside and froze. I couldn't control him anymore, he just stood there. Keep looking until you see it.
I found it.
Do you see it? The third window on the left.
That was good, Matt.
Tripping on mud.
How did he go from 48 to 9?
Mario seemed to regain his composure and looked back and forth slowly, surveying the room. There was still no bars, and I still couldn't control him, so I stopped trying and just watched. This went on and on for what seemed like forever. Nothing happened. Then a familiar face walked in from the right, dressed in green, tall, and angry. It was Luigi. Mario recoiled in horror. It's difficult to
But
say without
where?
freaking out crazy it sounds, but Mario really reeled back with some sort of terror that was uncharacteristic for such a peppy, happy-go-lucky mascot like him.
He reeled back in horror just like I did when I
Here's
saw
the one that I
Charlie
want to
Day.
say. Slow down. Then Luigi spoke. You thought Koopa worked alone?
That's great.
It was all connecting now. The messages scrolled on the walls. I hate you. And why won't you die? Luigi.
That paragraph, full paragraph, Luigi.
He has always been Mario's second banana. The one who doesn't get the princess in these early games. No matter how identical he is to Mario in skill set and ability and tenaciousness and bravery. At the end of the day, the game is Super Mario Brothers, and he's just the
Wait.
brother. No matter what happened, Mario always comes back.
I always come back.
Battlefield. He's always there when he's sleeping too and got all the isolation.
Are you eating?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. What are you eating?
Blue Sour Patch Kids.
Nice.
Nice.
Sour Patch Kids go hard. Not as
They
hard as
did.
Swedish Fish, though.
And Koopa hadn't walked alone? I didn't know what that meant at first, stupid. Anything. But again, you have to think about it though. How exactly does Kid Koopa consistently succeed in kidnapping the
Wait,
princess?
this completely contradicts the movie.
It does.
Yes. No spoilers.
Because
Just
this is a headcanon, this isn't real.
what do you mean? The game developer clearly put it in the game.
Oh yeah, that's true, I'm sorry.
That's right. Yeah.
From day one, from the original Mario Brothers onwards, it has always been an inside job. He jumped on the pathetic weeping Mario again, and again, and again. I
No,
was
three
powerless to stop it.
times. 3 times means death.
But he was done. He seemed to look at Mario's limp body with his overwhelming rage. That made sense.
Overwhelming.
Then the bridge started to disappear. Soon Mario would be dead. As I looked on, I had an irrational thought. Would it be permanent?
Oh my god, that's the first grammatical error.
No, dude, it's a fucking
Is he
stop
singing?
motion. Mario gets up. Holy shit.
He's taking 17 screenshots!
He's just spamming that button.
As Luigi turned to seemingly strike a victory pose, like he'd beaten the level, Mario awkwardly got to his feet and took him by surprise. Fear and sadness and confusion had given way to anger, and Mario overpowered his brother with little effort. To this day, I'm still haunted by the final result of this wrathful reprisal.
Shut the fuck up, you pretentious fuck. No one writes like this.
That's big.
Oh, it's so bad.
This was the map's... There was the map's title.
Oh, fuck.
None of this was a glitch. None of this was a mistake. It wasn't a developer getting back Nintendo, and it wasn't a ghost hunting a Nintendo cartridge. It was planned. A purposeful part of the Mario Brothers mythos.
Wait, are you sure it wasn't a developer getting back at Nintendo? And also, comma.
Surprised Nintendo was capitalized.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
If you beat the same level X number of times, or secret part of the world open, and you learn that from the Mario Brothers through Mario Land, Woody had secretly been working against you. It
What?
was in fact facilitating the repeated abduction and abuse of the princess. But why? Money? Power? No, it was all there. Because he couldn't take not being the one in the spotlight. Not being Mario himself.
Dude,
Genius.
the game is called Mario Brothers. Brothers. You fucking idiot.
I played the rest of the game through to see if anything changed. Nothing else odd happened. As one would expect, since the whole ordeal was just supposed to be a part of an actual full story. I couldn't access the whirlpool again. I'd seen the events once, and that was all I was apparently allowed. It was back to the game as usual. The exact same game I played since the 90s. I would probably continue to play for the rest of my days.
That's sad.
Well, it was the same except for the final image.
Oh, the
This is
Holy
iconic. This is iconic.
Oh my god, he's dead. No.
so iconic.
Wow. Slime
end.
Beast made an absolute masterpiece. Better than the Mario movie.
This is better than Super Mario World.
This is better than the game it's based on, yeah.
I will
It was a
admit
real thing. It wasn't.
it's
Oh my...
scary.
Why? No.
Wait, it was supposed to be a
This is
parody?
bullshit. He's doing one of those things that douche tubers always do, where it's like, no, it was all a joke. It was all a joke. It's not a parody. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna double down. This is no parody. This was written with passion. It was just a joke, guys. Yeah, this is literally just the author just.
Bro, it's just a prank.
Yes,
Guys.
this is literally. I guarantee to you that this is no parody. This was meant to be scary.
Guys, I did not intend for my little small story to get that much traction and create so many city creepypastas like it. So much so that a future indie game that would be developed would be ruined.
So, what did you think of this quote-unquote parody pasta?
I hate
It wasn't. It wasn't bad.
I hate it.
It's
was-
a classic. It's a classic, and
It's
that's
a
why I give it so
classic.
much credit.
It's a classic, but it's shit. I gotta admit, it
We
wasn't
never got-
great.
It's a classic that only got better as time went on because people added on to it and made it
The
actually
game,
good.
yes, the game is good.
Who the fuck made this?
Slime Beast,
It's
amazing
Slime Beast.
author. And unfortunately, it's not JC the Hyena.
Are you
Did
being
he-
serious?
Did he upload any new images into his DeviantArt?
Dude, Matt, I have an idea for the video thumbnail. Just our little icons over their faces.
Who's the one that? I'll be Luigi.
I'll be Mario Paisano.
TJ, you'll be Princess Peach.
She's
Yeah,
so
he's-
sad. She's just like, these
Yeah,
Italian plumbers, I fucking hate them. They smell so bad.
Hey guys,
Subtle
over
racism
here.
from Princess Peach.
Hey guys, over here. I just want to explain how much I want to fuck Princess Peach because he's so hot.
I want to fuck Princess Peach.
Oh, yeah, he
and her
calls
smooth
him-
vagina.
He calls himself Sir as if he earned that.
Leafy calls himself Sir.
No, JC the
Hey,
hyena.
Oh yeah,
Here.
Sire JC. This is from JC the Hyena. His DeviantArt page.
Wait, he made Blood Whistle?
No, Blood Whistle's something else, but Blood Whistle's really shit. If you think I Hate You's bad, Blood Whistle, oh. I've read it once, and god damn
I
it.
want to relieve my
Unnecessary
stress.
violence is what makes creepypastas bad.
I
Yeah.
want to relieve.
I love unnecessary violence, unnecessary uses of the word suicide. That's really great. Alright, well, Slimes, we're gonna leave off with this amazing DeviantArt NFT from JC the Hyena. Goodbye, everybody.